Bonjour traders, hello, hola. What's hello in Chinese and Japanese? I don't know. I know konnichiwa. Anyway, that's goodbye. Hello, how are you guys? Welcome to the live stream. Trader Tom here from Simply Forex. I hope you're all bloody marvelous. Guys, we are going to look at a few of your questions today. We always do that. So guys, straight away, I can see a load of questions. This is beautiful, wonderful, exceptional, lovely, right? So good. I've read through a few of the questions already, and we are going to get through all of your questions. And keep them coming, guys. Don't be shy. Also, I'm going to show you a couple of trades that I'm in. I'm actually in 3 trades. I've took some profit off of one of them, and I'll show you the other 2 trades that I'm in. So we'll look at that as well. There's nothing on the economic calendar for us to worry about, right? There's some new home sales later on and crude oil inventories, but nothing during the live stream. So why the hell am I even showing you the economic calendar? But we have to check that. So yeah, that's going to be the plan of attack, guys. My trades, your questions, then we're going to have a sing-along with jokes and maybe a couple of beers at the end. Right, let's start with pound Swiss franc, right? I have been in this trade, okay? So daily chart is just nothing but uptrend, right? Okay, this is looking good for, a continuation of trend even, right? But, it doesn't look like we're getting a pullback at the moment. But on the H4, yeah, we've managed to take some profit, guys, all right? So I've been in this trade for a couple of days now, all right? And basically all I've done, guys, is this, right? Now, when you're in a trade, you still need to pinpoint the important levels, right? So important level, okay? And I'm going to let them guide me as I always do with every trade. Now I've entered in here, okay? And I've been in this trade, right? But just keep letting the market guide you. I don't give a shit about your risk to reward or how much profit you want, or that's not my target, or you shouldn't trade like that, right? You should trade what the market shows you, okay? Now, here is an important level, here is an important level, right? I've been in this trade, okay? And then all I did, guys, when price come down to here, I added to this position, right? I've bought again. So I've bought over here, right? And now I've bought again as well, okay? So I ended up taking some profit at this level because the market showed me it's an important level. But I was taking some profit from 2 buy orders because I added to a winning trade, right? There's many tutorials on this in the VIP Trading Academy, right? Building trades, adding to winners. And I've taken some profit here and I'm going to let some profit run. All right, so pound Swiss franc, very nice trade, maximized profit because I built the trade, managed the trade, and happy days. That's all I've got to say about that one. But yeah, but really, yeah, like I say, check out the tutorials that we've got on managing trades and building positions, right? It's really important. And other trades that I'm in are the following, right? I mean, Euro Aussie dollar sells, and look at that H4. Look at that current wick bouncing off that moving average 20, right? The moving average 20 is not there for a laugh, right? This acts as, dynamic support and resistance. I mean, just look at that trend. Look how price is, right, moving average 20, moving average 20, bumbling along the moving average 20, right? Pull back towards the moving average 20, down, pull back towards the moving average 20, down, pull back towards the moving average 20. Yeah, down again, bang, another pullback, right? Beautiful. Yeah, look at it when it's in an uptrend, right? Right, pull back towards the moving average 20, bounces off, pull back towards the moving average 20, pull back, moving average 20, right? You get the idea, okay? I don't know why I'm so overly enthusiastic about the moving average 20 today, but that's what floats my boat. You should meet me down the pub when I start talking moving averages to my friends. They are like, I wish Tom wouldn't speak to me. And that makes me want to speak to them more. And again, right, with Euro Aussie dollar, we've had a nice bounce off this moving average 20, right? We've still got, just under an hour left. I'd really like to see a bigger wick form, right? So I'm in this trade, right? I started selling this trade from here. My stop is up here. Okay, I'll give it a little bit of room because it might want to come up and hit this level as well. Okay, and away we go, right? I'm still in this trade. Like I say, if this wicks down, it's looking like potentially this could carry on down, right? We shall see. And again, with building a trade, this is how I'm going to build this trade. You can see there's a little alarm in here. I don't know why I say little, it's not little. It's the same as all the other alarms, right? But why is that? Because if you go down to the H1, this would be a H1 structure break, right? If price comes down and breaks this level, we've then also had like a H1 entry. So I would potentially start adding to my sell position up here. So I've started selling here, but I would potentially add to my sell position here and move my stop loss down a bit, be tighter to this level. If, and potentially even tighter to this level, depending on what H4 does, right? We're talking a lot about building trades today. I am also in pound New Zealand dollar sells. Okay, let's go down to the H4. So basically, guys, right, price is in a H4 downtrend. Okay, let me, so guys, before I show you the H4, maybe some of you are new to the channel. It's the day chart that tells me I can sell. So let's just, whether it was Euro, Aussie dollar, pound, Swiss franc, whatever it is, right? And you can see this big bearish candle here broke all of these lows, right? So we're now getting, so we were up here. We're now getting lower lows on the day trend, okay? We're in a downtrend, right? Then H4. Yeah, and you can just see this level, right? What was once support becomes good resistance, right? So I'm in this trade, right? And I'm selling, looking to take down to this psychological level first of all, if not further. All right. Now, again, you can see I've gotten a little alarm here. So why is that? Because this is what I want to see broken, right? So if we drop down to the H1, you can see price is pretty much stuttering at this level, right? It's not sure. But if it breaks these lows, we have also had a H1 structure break. So if you think about it, guys, at this point, right where my alarm is, if we get a candle that breaks that, at that point, you have day chart in a downtrend, you have H4 in a downtrend, and you have H1 in a downtrend, right? You have a lot of confluence, right, for your trade. So let's see how they play out. So they're all the trades I'm in. Right, let's take a look at your questions, guys. So John, hello John, how are you, mate? Thoughts on Swiss franc, Japanese yen? Sells. I'm thinking a H4 break of structure first. I agree with you 100%. You'll see I've even got an alarm in there. Right, there we go. So this is more of a weekly thing, right? Because weekly on Swiss franc yen, we are firmly in a downtrend, right? lower lows, lower highs. Okay. And now price has retraced nicely. If we drop down to the day chart, we are also in a downtrend. Okay, we was at this level. Price was a bit, ugly price action, then bang. Right, we're in a downtrend. Okay, we've broken all of these lows in here. Price has retraced, and you can, buyers were like pushing this, but now just take a look. Take a look at those wicks. Yeah, look at these wicks. Wick, potentially a wick, hasn't finished forming yet. So there are sellers sitting in here, right? The candles have told us that, right? So it's become an interesting level for selling, right? We haven't really had the big bearish candle, right? But we can tell sellers are entering the market. And as you said, John, H4 structure break, right? If we look at H4, right, you can clearly see we're in this uptrend. Again, look how it tracks the moving average 20, right? That is no joke, right? It's just tracks the living daylights out of it. I said to the editor, I'm not going to, I don't swear on YouTube, right? But the editor's like, yeah, swear as much as you like. I was like, rightio. Going to be the most foul-mouthed trader on YouTube. That's going to be our new channel name. But yeah, H4, right? I'm really liking this level because not only would you get, right, we've stopped making higher highs, right? Bit of a red flag. We've had a big bearish candle, bit of a red flag that this trend upwards has stopped, if not slowing, right? And then if we got a break of this low, happy days, right? It's a H4 structure break and it's below the moving average 20. Right, and then I basically start trading it like this, right? Perhaps it does this, we get the break, the moving average 20 is coming round. Yeah, this becomes a really nice level in here. Start selling, yeah, buy a Ferrari at Christmas. All right, so yeah, really like Swiss franc yen. If this happens, right, you all have a trading plan, or you should have if you haven't, create one immediately. But that's my trading plan, right? H4 structure, daily trend. Yeah, and that'll be it, right? Bit of a retrace to value, start selling. Okay. So in that respect, my entries are quite straightforward. I would say it's more managing trades is really a skill. Right? Managing a trade. I'm not one to just sit and forget, right? I intervene, right? When I say intervene, that sounds negative. I maximize the profit potential of a trade. There you go. That sounded better. But intervene, basically. But yeah, so I would build that trade. So Swiss franc yen, John, totally like that. Right. Okay, so John also mentions here, so at the start of this live stream, guys, we had a question about what's most important with like risk management, technical analysis, etc. And John has said, I believe money management is more important than technical analysis. Without good money management, you won't have an account for long. So I agree with that point to a point, right? Now, I think money and risk management is easy, right? What do you think, guys? Do you disagree? Right? There's loads of like lot size calculators. Yeah. So let's take a look at this trade, right? Let's say this happens, right? And I want to start selling in here, right? So I start selling here. Now, stop loss placement is clear to me. It needs to be up here, right? And then all you do, you know, you can work out that's 107 pips, right? Or 110 pips. Then use the lot size calculator and you can work out 1% very easy. So there should be no excuses of poor risk or money management, really. Yeah. And, you know, as long as your target makes sense, let's say your target's back down to this 168.50, as long as you get the risk to reward right, yeah, the trade makes sense, right? It's difficult for me to get money and risk management wrong, right? You say I risk 1% or whatever you like. Maybe you risk more. I risk 5%, whatever it is, and just stick with it. And then you have, you know, many tools to help you with your lot size, right? The most important thing is understanding how the charts move, why they move, and looking at that across multiple time frames, right? So, you know, obviously I'm a big advocate for technical analysis and price action, but you need to know that before anything, right? It's like, it's going to be another terrible analogy. Technical analysis is like milk to a baby. The rest will work itself out later, but you need the milk, right, to start growing. It's the same with technical analysis and price action. And please do not write in about how terrible my analogies are. Right, there you go, guys. Right, say it with Stone. Once again, the I kick your ass gesture on the waiting on the live photo. The live photo is like, yeah, I don't know what the gesture is. You know, the editor's job is to not make me look like an idiot on the pictures, and he manages to make me look like an idiot every day. So some would argue he's doing it on purpose. McFlave, morning. Michael, more Mike. Michael, Mick Lofty, Himanshu, Rich Paul, Noor, how are you, mate? Ravi. Okay, yeah, pound Swiss francs got the positive swaps. Yeah, we always like them. Himanshu wants to look at US dollar yen. We'll definitely look at that. All right, and we've got some other questions coming in as well. So Himanshu, you were first. So let's have a look at US dollar Japanese yen. And before we do, guys, if I could ask everyone to please subscribe to the channel right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Also smash the notification button and smash the like button. While you smash the like button, I'm going to have a drink. And I've also got this, I don't know if you can see it, this like throat spray, because I do so much bloody talking. Not that I mind, I enjoy talking about it. So it's a throat spray. So you squeeze it in your throat, and then literally on the other side, it says for external use only. So either this isn't a throat spray or I'm going to be dead pretty soon. One or the other, we're not sure. But yeah, dying on YouTube channel, that should probably get some hits. That'll keep the editor that'll keep the editor happy. He's like, Tom, get some hits. Oh yeah, I won't go there. Anyway, let's focus on trading. Yeah, and also guys, I must mention this, yeah, if you haven't already, please come join our trading community. If you haven't, why the bloody hell not, right? You can just share, you can have a chit chat with traders, share knowledge, ideas, and it's free, right? So just come join our free Discord and verify yourself. We let you in. We are terrible bouncers. Also, guys, if you want more than that and you want my trade signals, you want my strategies, my tutorials, and you want access to me, then please come join the VIP Trading Academy. And right now we have a promotion. If you sign up with Pepperstone, you can see above my head, which is an excellent world-class broker that is compatible with TradingView. They will give you free access to the VIP. So that's the promotion. Sign up with Pepperstone, free access to the VIP, no brainer. I'll see you in the VIP. US dollar, Japanese yen. Right. So when I look at any yen pair, and this goes for Swiss franc yen, right? Should have really looked at the monthly chart. Just look at the monthly chart, right? Just look at it. It's screaming out for a buy, literally saying, Tom, buy me, right? We're in an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, and these lows are holding. And just obviously, you know, we don't have long for this month to finish. It'll actually be Monday, I believe, the month finishes. But look at these, look at this wick. And if this wick finishes like this, like I say, we still got till Monday next week. It's just crying out for a buy. You know, I would only buy it up to this grey zone, yeah, because that's the next piece of resistance. But that is still 9 million pips. That's still 600 pips, right? So monthly, I would just buy it, okay? But let's get some more information. Weekly, right? This was actually one of my weekly swing trade ideas, right? Now, we are in a downtrend. Yeah, lower highs, but these lows are holding at this support level that I just showed you, right? If I come along, you can see it's very good support. And at this support level, look how bullish this weekly candle is, right? So it suggests we could potentially come up to this level, right? Maybe, you know, maybe a bit before, right? So straight away, you can see there's a bit of conflict, right, between monthly and weekly. There is, right? Monthly's clearly in an uptrend. Weekly's in a downtrend, but we really like the support level and the candle. It's telling us bullish. So let's get another opinion, right? So bring in Warren Buffett. We've got Warren Buffett on this week. Warren, you can come in now. Don't talk for too long. Yeah, you haven't made enough money. Only joking, we don't have Warren Buffett on, right? But if we start with the day chart now, this is not telling us to buy either, right? You know, this is clearly in a downtrend. It is, right? And you can see this level, price keeps reacting there, right? So what do I need to see happen? So what I would like to see happen is this, really, a bullish candle that breaks through this level, because it's shown me that this level has finally broke. It's ignored all of these sellers that are currently at this level, and it's pushed through, right? And then on a day trade, I would look for a retrace, take some profit here, right? Next piece of resistance, right? And then leave some profit to run. But US dollar yen right now, because of that monthly chart and that weekly and this support level and the weekly candle, I don't want to sell it. If anything, I want to buy it, but I just don't have a setup yet. And it just goes to show, guys, you must look at multiple time frames, right? Because if you turned up today, right, we'll go back in time, yeah, just from today, right? If you said to me, right, Tom, I'm looking at US dollar yen, we're in a downtrend, we're at resistance, we got nice bearish candles, let's sell it, right? Very difficult to disagree with you. Yeah, I'd be like, right, yeah, brilliant, do it, great. But that's why you must look at multiple time frames, right? Because obviously you have traders that trade the daily chart. You have traders that trade off the weekly, the monthly, the H4. And you need to get all of these opinions in, right? So, yeah, so multiple time frame analysis is key for me, okay? Right, and you'd be like, right, let's sell this. And then a day later, right, let's go back to real time. You're thinking, my God, what's happened? Yeah, we've got a nice bullish candle. But, you know, this hasn't finished. This could also finish with, this could finish like this with a massive wick, right? And we'd still suggest sells. So that's what I want to see. Bullish candle, break these highs, away we go. So yeah, there we go. So Himanshu, I'm waiting for my buy trade. Hasn't quite happened yet. What else are we looking at? So Greg, how are you, mate? McFlay's got a question. Rich Paul's got a question. Okay. All right. And CJ. Okay. All right. I'll answer that in a minute, CJ. Okay. And McFlave, the invisible bottle is invisible for a reason because it has Smirnoff written across it, right? Right. Where are we? Rich Paul, why do always when I take a trade, I feel the price will move faster in the opposite direction? It's just confidence. That's, you know, your question is about confidence. And confidence comes by repeating the same things and getting some success. I've just made that up on the spot, but it's true, right? Confidence comes from, I was trying to think, does that apply to all things? It applies to anything that you have to apply yourself at. So any sport, right? If you're a footballer and you're crap at tackling, right? You spend 8 weeks tackling, you will have more confidence in your tackling ability and your confidence will grow, right? It's the same with trading. I just rinse and repeat the same stuff every day in terms of my entries and managing trades, right? So that's the problem there, confidence. And you just need to have belief in your system, which comes over time, which is another reason why you cannot keep changing your system, because you will never know if your system works. So for all new traders, get a system, get a plan, trade it like a robot. Excuse me, it's the vodka, for 3 months. And at the end of those 3 months, see where you are. And if you can honestly say, I followed my plan to the letter for 3 months, there'll be a couple of hiccups here and there, but generally speaking, most of the time, and I'm profitable, bang, you have a strategy that works. And that repetition of that strategy over time will give you the confidence you need to trade. So there you go, Rich Paul, but good question. Right, what else are we looking at? Rich Paul, you're probably, okay, so he's replying to you, Rich Paul. So you're probably using a limit order, which means it will be filled when the price is moving in the opposite direction. You could enter with a market execution. Okay, right, so yeah, so if you want to buy the market, so let's say you're in US dollar yen and you want to buy here. You want to buy here. This is what's known as a buy limit, right? And you have to wait until price comes down to here before your buy limit is taken, right? Or you have a buy stop. Let's say you want to see a break of this level, and then at this level you have a buy. Let's just spell it all. Buy stop. I hope I've got those two around the right way. I think I have, yeah. Right, you got a buy stop, yeah. So when market comes up and hits this price, you're also in a buy trade, right? And the third option is market execution, which means you just buy at current price, and away you go. So yeah, just clarifying that. And yeah, I know a trader who is the most chilled out dude in the world, and he just uses limit orders or buy stops. He's like, I like that level. If it retraces to there, I'll do a buy limit. If it breaks that level, I'll have a buy stop. And he just plonks a couple of levels in and, you know, goes about his day. It's quite a nice way to trade. So you're probably asking, Tom, why don't you do it? Why don't I do it? Because I want to see how price builds up to that area, right? I want to see what the candles are telling me as well. There's more to it than just the level, right? So yeah. Right, what else are we looking at? CJ, Tom, what do you think is better, to make some cash, go on the poker tables at the win, or full port CPI? Right, okay. So as in trade CPI data coming out, or go on the poker tables at the win? I would say our news straddle strategy would give you better odds, right? If you don't know our news straddle strategy, again, it's in the VIP Discord, guys, and we've spoken about it a couple of times. Now, I am going to tell you how I made some money in Vegas, right? But they didn't like it. So there is a system, right, on roulette, right? And with roulette, there's some you know, there's some relation to trading here somewhere. I'm not sure where it is, but we'll try and work through it, right? So you've got red and black, okay, which is normally 50-50, but because, you know, Las Vegas casinos want you to win no money, they will not sometimes, they will always have a green 0. Some roulette wheels have 2 green numbers. They have a 0 and a 0-0. So what you want to do is find a roulette wheel that has 1 green 0 and the rest are red and black, right? And let's say you start off with $10. And all you're going to do is just keep putting the same. Let's explain. So, right, so we put down $10. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. This is a strategy and it works, right? And I'm sure casinos don't like it, right? Because you're not really playing the game, you're just playing mathematics. Now, you red or black, and I'm just going to go on red. So I get $10, I go on red. If it goes on red, I win $10, I take my money away, right? I go again, I put $10 down, it lands on red, I take my $10 away, right? I'm $20 up, happy days. Now, I put $10 down on red again, it loses. Okay. I then put $20 down. So because I lost, I will just double my next trade or my next bet. Right. So next trade, I put down $20. Right. If it comes in, right, I've just cancelled out my first loss. Right. And I'm still up the original $20. Right. Next time I put on $10, it loses. I put on $20, it loses. I put on $40, it loses. I put on $80, it loses. I put on $160, it loses. I put on $320, it comes in, right? Back to plus 20, right? And so on and so forth. All you need is enough money, enough capital to cover the bet. Right, if you start off with $10, right, you could lose 8 times, or you'll only be up to, you know, a couple of $100. So if you're ever in Vegas, guys, do that on the roulette wheel. You'll get some funny looks, but you'll make money, really. So yeah, there you go. As long as you have enough capital to cover it, and let's be honest, this is what a lot of the banks do, right? They're buying euro, US dollar. It goes a little bit against them. They'll you know, bung on another 2.4 million, goes a bit against them, another couple, you know, it's just, they're just going to average their trade and then eventually it moves in the direction. If it don't, they're in big trouble. But there you go. There is my advice on gambling in casinos. Probably advice you shouldn't get. CJ, I'm glad you asked what was for lunch. For lunch today was good old, I cooked it myself for a change, was baked beans on toast with scrambled egg. And it was bloody lovely. And all the people from the UK will understand what I'm talking about. If you're not from the UK, you'll be like, that sounds bloody disgusting. Very nice, full of protein, wholemeal bread. I kidded myself, so make it healthy. Right, what else are we looking at? Say it with Stone wants to look at pound US dollar. Okay, let's have a look at CJ's put simply gambling. Yeah, we shouldn't really condone such behavior. Right, what else are we doing here? Pound US dollar for Say It With Stone. Let's have a look at that. Okay, John reckons there's a better system with playing Vegas. I think it's a very good system. You just need enough capital. But work out your capital beforehand, right? And then you can start with the smallest, you'll work out your lot size, your dollar amount. Anyway, let's move off that. Pound US dollar. Right, let's get back to trading. And the difference between gambling and trading, this is a segue back into trading, is you have so much more data to make a decision, right? Me doing this with my chips and putting it on, red 36, you're not working with any data, right? Or I just randomly pick, black number 2, red number 36, black number 12, and put my chips on there. Right, you may as well, there's no thought process. Whereas trading, obviously, you could regard it as gambling because you're placing money on a trade to either win money or lose money. So in that sense, it's gambling. But it's such a well-informed gamble, right? It's such a well-informed gamble. So that's what makes trading, you can put the probability in your favor a bit, right? So there you go. Pound US dollar. Right, let's stop talking about Las Vegas. Okay, so the thing with pound US dollar, right, is that clearly we're in an uptrend, but we're very overbought or overextended, whatever you want to call it, right? There's no value up here, right? There's just no value. Okay, look where the moving average 20 is, right? A pullback is inevitable, right? Famous last words. Pound will become the most valuablest currency in the world. But it is. I mean, look, anytime you think price is getting away, pullback. Price is very overextended, pullback. Price is getting a bit, pullback, right? It's just the way the market moves. So I want to buy pound US dollar because of where it's at, right? But not potentially now. If we look at the day chart, I was willing to take buys from this candle because it literally just bounced off of support. And on the day chart, it wasn't that overbought, right? But just this extra extended move has just made it a little bit out of reach in terms of value for me. But I want to buy it. I'd maybe look for a deeper pullback, right? Moving average 20 comes up. Yeah, and then I would start buying pound US dollar. So that's what I would be looking for. Let's have a look at H4, see what this is telling us. I mean, arguably, right, again, look at the moving average 20, right? retrace towards it, retrace towards it, retrace towards it, retrace towards it. So potentially it is a nice, you know, it's at a nice value level for the H4, but it's not at a nice value on the daily or weekly. So it's a bit of a conundrum, but I'm not willing to buy this. And, you know, this is quite a bearish candle. This would suggest it has a bit more room to the downside. This 3350 might be an interesting level, literally at the moving average 20, but still a bit too overbought for me. So yeah, I wouldn't be buying pound US dollar. Right, what else are we looking at? Shreyas, hey Tom, how do you check whether the Swiss yen or CAD is strong or weak? Do you just look at every chart with these currencies or read somewhere else? It's a good question, Shreyas, right? So as I'm sure you're all probably aware, there are lots of websites that give you the strength of each currency, right? They're like, right, pound's been strong, then it's New Zealand, then it's euro, US dollar, yen, blah, 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 right? I don't give too much attention to those types of charts, right? But what I do, obviously, are these charts, right? You know, all of these charts that I look at every morning, right? Okay, so I look at these every morning, guys, okay? Now, by looking at 28 currency pairs, so I start with the Aussie dollar, CAD, euros, pounds, New Zealand's, yeah, US dollars, yeah, right, you get the picture. They are going to tell me what is strong and what is weak. And they're really going to tell you ahead of time, right? So that's how I do it. I just look at 28 currency pairs, gives you a real macro view of those pairs, and you can clearly identify what's strong and what isn't. So, yeah, I don't use any of those websites. I just use the chart, Shreyas. And I suggest everyone looks at all 28 currency pairs, because that in itself is a piece of confluence. It's another reason to take a trade, right? If you're for today, if you're seeing, right, euros, you know, really strong, right, then, you know, take a euro trade, right? Because you've looked at 28 currency pairs and that's what the charts have told you. Yeah, so yeah, look at 28 currency pairs. Yes, Ravi, US dollar yen is in a daily downtrend. Yeah, until those highs are taken out. Yeah, I agree. What else we're looking at? Right, so guys, I've just noticed the time. Guys, can I just say I appreciate all of your questions and all of your input today. You know, it really makes these live streams enjoyable for me, and I like, you know, it's good to have all this interaction and all these questions. So thank you very much for everyone who participated in the live stream today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash that like button. And don't forget our promotion right now. You can get free VIP access if you sign up with our preferred broker, Pepperstone. All right, so check it all out, guys. Have a great trading day, and I'll see you same time again tomorrow.